to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Houston Cougars and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Houston's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Young. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Cougars come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. He'll try the left side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. There's a crease. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Young. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from him.
Using his legs, it's Hughes. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in the...
Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. At the end of a play, there is an injured Houston player on the field. After missing that 46-yard field goal attempt, they'll have it first and 10 from their own 29. Pulls it in. It's Eakin. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on second and short. Option look. It's Hammond. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He'll try to do it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Dickey. There's some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The run inside. It's Hughes. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. To the air, it's Wegman. Here's a hit. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Texas Tech has it back in the offense on its way to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And
runs it up to 25 in stride. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. He'll pitch it. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in third down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow, try to get some penetration, try to make a big play on first and goal that can maybe back them up.
He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Huge play in the red zone. Third and goal coming up. Quarterback keeper. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Gonna run it. It's Hughes. Maybe some room here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're gonna ride this running back. There he goes. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Looking to the big tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin quarter kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own one. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Right back to the well. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Here comes the heat. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing upfield and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers, those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
To the air, it's Hammond. Throwing right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Finds the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout Houston, their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the middle. The sure hands, it's Broussard. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they use a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get 1 more snap off. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Pressure coming. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to start the 2nd half. Houston will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to run it. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line, and the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces the punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Pulls it, fired complete. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Now on the move. Might have a chance. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. And the Cougars are in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Caught over the middle. It's Broussard. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Running inside with Hughes. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 91, set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The run inside. It's Dickey. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They're working that left side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You can can see why this running back is on the field on third down. He's a weapon in the passing game. Really nice job by the quarterback. He got through his progressions really, really quickly. Found the running back, just dumped it off, and he was able to make something happen with it, move the chains, keep the offense on the field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. 3rd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Bulldozes his way through. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Caught in the backfield, it's McGarry. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. The 30. He's at the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Trying to run, it's Hughes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking for the score. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He is denied no good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And some room to work. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running the option, it's Hammond. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Running inside, it's Hughes.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Houston wants to play fast. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working that left side now. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Hughes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And that's a nice play by this offense, but, man, they got to go. They got to score 2 times. Nice run.
Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Back open in the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Going going for 6. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And the Red Raiders just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put a bow on this one. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as